Alright. Hi, y'all. So it's been like a year since I put out any scent. Probably more than that. I think it's been like 2 years. It's been a while since I put out any scents, but I just finished a new model of a S-1. So I was going to maybe make a few runs of kits and just go over some of the new details of the new S-1 that I made. Um, so I redid the entire board inside, so there's not wires going all over the place. It's actually on like a PCB now, so it'll be much easier to put together as a kit. I changed the way that the oscillators actually are played through the touch points, so that it actually goes through a switch now as opposed to going through the actual touch points, so it sounds much better. And you can probably notice there are a few extra LEDs now. So now when you touch one of the oscillator or touch one of the touch points for the oscillator to open it up, a light will also light up to sort of tell you what's going on with it. Yeah, I'll turn that on real quick just to demonstrate. So as you touch each one, a light will light up now. And turn this up a bit. Same controls as before. In terms of pitch, each oscillator has its own pitch. There's a what am I trying to say? There's an LFO for the amplitude, or a tremolo. Yes, that's what it's called. So there's a tremolo. Same as the older model. There's also still LFO for each of them. And some of the new features that have been added now is that you may see that there is no wire connected to it, and that's because I added a speaker to the back of it, and so now you can walk around and annoy people without having to plug it into anything. But even with the speaker, there's also still the audio output, and then now there's also a CV input for the amplitude. So if you flip this little switch right here, if you look back at the front, you'll see that the LED for the tremolo is off, and that's because you can't see my sequencer, but I'm going to plug my sequencer output of a CV into the CV input. I like these. Get in. There we go. And so now I'm going to turn down the speed of this. So now you can control the audio output through a sequencer. Any sort of CV output that can go up to 12 volts will work for this. So just to test, I can just change the speed on my sequencer while I'm holding down a couple of these. Yes, so it gives you a little bit more extra control if you have like a Euro rack, something or other, to put this to use in like a Euro rack. Last thing you may notice is that there are now only 7 touch points instead of 8 touch points before, and that's because I changed basically what these are actually connected to, whereas before one of these was connected to the amp input, and these were just the audio outputs of the oscillator, so that when you touch this it would just complete the circuit so you would hear the sound. But now instead, this is just the positive volt rail of the box, and then these are just to open each of the switches that then output the audio. So the extra one that's missing is the audio output that I used before for feedback. So the feedback circuit is no longer there, but it sounds much cleaner now than it did before, in my opinion. You notice some of these you can actually touch them and it still even triggers. Kind of depends on like the moisture of your hands, to be honest. Probably shouldn't lick it. It won't hurt you if you do, but it might feel like licking a 9-volt battery. Yeah, that's it. I'm probably going to be doing a GoFundMe. They're going to be a little more expensive just because I have to make PCBs and stuff for them, and I'm going to be including the shipping cost, so I think it's going to be like $125 per unit, and then it's going to also, that'll include shipping and all of that as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and buy my synths. buy them now.